we all want to glow up. We all want to find a way to elevate our lives and get to a place that we desire and we find comfort. And like most of you guys, I'm on a journey of glowing up my physical, emotional, and mental aspects of my life. I have grown tremendously over this past year. I can personally see a glow and just a big difference in how I carry myself, the things that I talk about, and just my overall aura. I asked my best friend and my wife to just share with me a few of things that they have seen changed in me. So I'll be talking to you guys about not just my experience on this journey, but also the people that are important to me, the people that are also affected by the decisions that I make and the things that I say and the things that I do. So we'll have a well-rounded video and testimonial, if you will, of what my journey has been like, what has changed, and I'll share with you a few tips that you can implement in your life to aid in your glow up journey as well. After speaking to my best friend and my wife about just some things that they have witnessed, and one of the things that really stand out in both conversations was my ambition. I've always been a very ambitious person. I've always wanted more for myself. I've always thought that I should not only desire more, but I could also receive and achieve more. I've always told myself that it is okay to want more. It is okay to desire abundance. It is okay to desire and reach and strive for more, whatever that looks like given the situation, you know what I mean? And they were just saying to me that, you know, they have just seen a more streamlined path into achieving and attaining the things that I want, because a lot of times we list out all the things that we want to achieve and the things that are and what we are dreaming about and what we want for ourselves and where we want to be, but there's no direction behind it. There is no path or there is no steps laid out in how we can achieve those things. They can see that I now have a purpose. I know what my purpose is, and I am intentional about the things that I need to do to achieve and receive what I want. Let me tell you this. There's literally nothing that I've ever said that I wanted that I've not gotten or received. If I don't have it, it's because I don't have it yet, and it is on the way. Another thing that they did mention, and I'm not sure if this could be like a negative aspect to my journey, but my wife did mention that prioritizing time for my personal life has taken the back seat, because I'm so hyper focused on what I want, the direction I want to go, what I need to do, you know, actively working on these things to get and receive and be successful in the way that I want to be. I have prioritized work and just achieving my goals, and I've just prioritized that. And honestly, I can, after sitting with it and looking it over and listening to what she was saying, she was not wrong. Before, I've always put my personal life, my relationship, spending time with my wife and cultivating our relationship, that has honestly been the forefront of my life since I met her. So I do understand that has shift, and I can personally see that shift as well. But I remember listening to an interview on, I believe it was Shonda Rhimes. She is very successful when it comes to her work and her career. She said that every time she has been successful in her career, there is something in the background that she's either failing at or she's not paying much attention. And finding that balance is never going to be perfect. Owning that and making the necessary changes where you need to make them to make it work is what is going to be the most significant part of your success. Like she said, it's never going to be perfect. Shonda Rhimes is one of the most successful Black women of our time, and if she is struggling with creating balance, girl, like, give yourself a break. You'll figure it out if you want to figure it out. My best friend brought up a very important change or point that I want to mention in this video. She recognized that I have definitely limited the access that people have to me, whether it be in person or online. Instagram, my TikTok, like other social media platforms outside of YouTube, because YouTube is ultimately my business. I no longer go on Instagram and just aimlessly scroll or talking and kikiing over there, because that is doing nothing towards my personal growth. It's not helping me grow or helping my business grow. That's just me being nosy as everyone else is on Instagram. Instagram is where people go to be very much involved in other people's business and other people's mess. Finding that balance and pulling myself away from the things that no longer serve me was very important, and I was very happy that she saw that change. You know what I mean? She saw that I was intentional about the times that I decided to go and sit on Instagram or TikTok. As it relates to people in my life, I have to be very aware of the importance of the people in my life, if they should be in my life, and why I have these people around, in a sense. I had to cut off some friendships or allow the friendship just to dwindle and not put in energy or work into it, because it either became pointless or it didn't serve me or the person. It was this really important friendship that I held on to, or we held on to, for what was years, over 10 years of friendship that literally dwindled and dissolved into literally nothing at this point. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like as adults, we have to get more and more comfortable with cutting certain relationships off. And it doesn't mean that one person did anybody wrong. It doesn't have to be this tumultuous, messy situation. It just means that that relationship no longer serves either person. Validating that and being aware and acknowledging that is going to save you and also the other party so much more time, because there's nothing real there to cultivate. You find that you argue more, or things annoy you more, or you don't feel safe in that relationship to either share your difficulties or your wins. That person should not be moving on to the next stage in your life with you, on both sides. The moment that that relationship genuinely, truly ended, I felt this weight, this heavy weight lifted off me. Like, I am now I'm so much happier, so much more successful, so much more happy to be who I am and live in my truth, because I don't have the weight of that relationship to carry. It sounds way more harsh than it actually is. Making that decision at the beginning of 2023 was the best decision that I hope we both feel this way. I hope that person is thriving and is happy and successful, because I wish there's no bad will or intention against that person. She is a lovely woman, but we were just not supposed to be friends anymore. The next thing that has changed is my overall physical appearance, how I carry myself, how I do my hair, the clothes that I wear, how I get my nails done. Back in the day, maybe like 2 years ago, I used to be a very much wig girly. If you see me, I'm wearing a wig. Sunday to Sunday, take it off, wash my hair, and I'm back in a wig. And as much as I was telling myself that that was a protective style, but eventually it just turned out into me hiding what was going on with my hair. I was having major issues with my hair. My hair was falling out. Like, I had a big patch in the top of my head, and then because I was trying to cover that up, putting on a wig, not taking it off the correct way, not taking care of my actual hair, I started to damage my hairline, and my hairline got so messed up. So I was then still forced to continue to wear the wig until I decided to do a big chop. And when I mean a big chop, I mean a big chop. I literally bald my head. I was bald for about 2 months, and then I grew it out, and I decided to go into a pixie. I then permed my hair to make the pixie cut a little bit more easier to handle. And I was rocking my pixie cut for a long time till it grew out, and now I'm able to do my sew-ins as I put in the work and learn more about what I need to do to fully take care of Naomi in a sense. It's a journey, but it's a journey that I'm willing to go on in regards to like finding out what is best for me and my hair. I've always wanted to be a timeless, elegant, very ladylike, you know, an air of sophistication. I've always wanted that for myself. I've always seen that as a little girl and admired that look. But then over the years of growing up and coming into my sexuality and my femininity, you know, we got lost along the way of experimenting different styles and different clothing and more trendier pieces. And, you know, we got into the spiral that I feel like everyone kind of gets trapped into as they figure out their personal style. But thankfully, after actively putting in the work to find my personal style, I was able to achieve the look that I want and start to actively buy the things that I want to wear. And a lot of times what we do is we see all these things that we want to wear, but we're not buying them. So if you're not buying them, it's like you're waiting on this moment where your closet is going to be empty and then have the money to literally shop and buy a completely new closet. And that is, I'm telling you, if that's what you're doing, it's not going to work. Start buying the things that you know you want to wear and replace it with something that's in your closet that you know you no longer want to wear. And little by little, you'll then create your dream wardrobe that in actuality reflects your personal style. Like on the inside, I've always felt like an elegant, timeless lady, and now I look like an elegant, timeless lady. Now I don't have to ask to be respected. When I go up to a door, for the most part, if someone is in front of me, they hold the door open for me. I get treated so much differently now, and I know it's not fair, but that's the world that we live in. So are you going to try and fight against the grain or go with the grain? I know that I want to look a particular way and attract a particular type of attention. So therefore I have to ultimately look, dress, appear. I have to do and be the person that receives the attention that I'm trying to receive. Now that we look the part, it's going to be even easier to act the part. And when I say act, I don't mean pretend. If this is who you are, it's just who you are. And what was happening is I would naturally be a lady and expect ladylike treatments to happen for me and people to treat me the way how I was on the inside. But I was out here wearing booty shorts, and please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Regardless of what you wear, you should be treated with respect. I know that, you know that, but the world does not know that. So if you want to be treated like a lady, you know what to do. If dressing modestly is not your thing, then you are just gonna have to find the way to navigate the world as it is to receive the level of attention and treatment that you want. It's going to be a very hard journey, and good luck to you. But if dressing modestly has always been in your mind, has always been the route that you want to be in, but ultimately you had lost your way in the beginning as you were experimenting and trying to find your personal style, I'm telling you, it's okay. It's honestly, in my opinion, as someone who has done both, as someone who has dressed provocatively before and now dressed modestly now, it's so much better over here. All the trendy girls are probably gonna have so much more to say and say, oh, you're boring, or you dress old, or you look like a granny, or whatever. But it's so much better over here. I'm telling you the truth. Don't I just look like someone spends on me all the time? Don't I just look like someone respects me? Don't I just look like someone that you want to open the door for? And it's the truth. We're gonna talk about my personality, like the internal stuff, like how, if you were supposed to meet me today, am I the same person as I am on camera? I've put in a lot of work to learn how to express my personality and have that translate through the screen or translate on camera. And for people who knew me before, I want to say knew me before 2022 into 2023 and now going into 2024, anybody who've known me before 2022 that either does not follow me on YouTube, specifically my YouTube family and my actual real life family, they know that ultimately I am still a good, kind-hearted person on the inside. Anybody outside of that would meet me today, probably think that I'm mean or think that I feel like I'm better than anyone else. And if they think so, that's just what they feel about themselves. They feel like I'm better than them because of how I now carry myself or how I look. The things that I no longer entertain. Like, I no longer entertain pointless relationships. I no longer entertain people that don't align with me. It's a waste of time, not only for me, but also for you. Like, I'm not gonna waste your time. I no longer want certain attention. I used to think that everybody needs to like me to be successful at content creation or successful as being an influencer. You need to be likable by everybody, trying to appeal to the masses, show people that I'm so likable and all that. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to talk to me. I want to cut through the bullshit and cut through all the pointless small talk. I'm not a small talk type of girl. I like to get deep straight off the bat. You're going to want to tell me your life journey. You're going to want to express all the things. I don't know why. I will sit and have a conversation with somebody and they start telling me about what happened to them last year or things that they're struggling with or things that they've overcome. And because of how I carry myself, I'm very much as you see me, who I am type of person, and it forces people to also want to be as authentic as they can possibly be. I don't want to be that with people that I don't intend on talking to tomorrow or even intend on talking to when I walk away or when you walk away. Why am I talking so deeply with someone that I know that nothing will come of this after this conversation? You know what I mean? I'm a type of person whereas I carry people's emotion. Like, I feel so deeply for people. I will be thinking about a conversation or thinking about an experience or an encounter months after, trying to go to bed, and I'm thinking about the girl that I spoke to in Sephora, or that deep ass conversation I had with the girl with the sales rep from Zara. I can't carry that with me. My emotions and my capacity to hold on to people's crap, I used to have the room to carry all of that load and keep it with me because I want to be relatable. I want people to feel a sense of love and to feel cared for. But it's not my responsibility to care for the girl in Sephora or care for the Zara sales rep or care for a random stranger on the internet. I had to just learn that I need to create barriers and boundaries. And if that means that you came up to talk to me and I wasn't as open or receptive to whatever it is that you were feeling like you wanted to share with me, because I'm genuinely not interested in cultivating or having that conversation because I don't have the capacity or the space for it. If you walk away from that conversation and you think I'm mean, then I'm mean. I made a post the other day and my caption was, I'm going to be the villain in someone's story and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I feel like I probably should make another video in this glow up elevation series because I really am passionate about it and I have lots more to say. So comment down below if you want me to talk more about this and you want to have this conversation a little bit more openly and deeply, and I will prioritize making that video. If not, I'll think about continuing this series whenever I get to it, and hopefully you guys really enjoyed the video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you do not miss whenever I post a video. And if you're not done watching, I'll leave 2 right here. And until next time, love you, bye.